What if the most profound secrets aren't hidden among the stars, but deep within our own planet, or even woven into our very being? Scientists have recently uncovered anomalies that suggest pieces of an alien world might be buried deep beneath our feet, challenging everything we thought we knew. By analyzing seismic waves generated by earthquakes, researchers have mapped the Earth's interior, revealing two enormous mind-boggling structures. These colossal formations are situated deep inside the Earth's mantle, right on top of its molten core, and are formally known as large low-shear velocity provinces, or LLSVPs. More commonly, they're simply referred to as the blobs. One of these mysterious masses lies beneath Africa, while the other rests under the Pacific Ocean. To grasp their immense scale, imagine an entire continent submerged into the Earth. Yet these structures are roughly 100 times taller than Mount Everest. The truly astonishing part is that these blobs are fundamentally different from the surrounding rock, exhibiting greater density and a unique chemical composition. The most incredible theory posits that these are the fossilized remnants of Theia, a Mars-sized protoplanet that collided with Earth 4.5 billion years ago. While that ancient impact formed our moon, the remaining parts of this foreign planet might have sunk into our core, persisting there to this day. But the mysteries don't stop beneath our feet. They extend into our very genetic makeup, revealing a ghost species in our DNA. For generations, the narrative of human evolution seemed straightforward. Homo sapiens emerged from Africa and spread globally. However, groundbreaking computational biology has uncovered a significant, unsettling void in our genetic blueprint. When scientists examined the genomes of contemporary populations, they discovered DNA segments belonging to no known human ancestor, a completely unknown species of ancient human, a ghost hominin. This enigmatic lineage diverged from our family tree between 360,000 and 1.02 million years ago, only to interbreed with our ancestors roughly 6,000 to 124,000 years ago. In some modern populations, an astonishing 19% of their genetic heritage can be traced back to this mysterious ghost species. Yet, the most perplexing aspect is our complete lack of physical evidence. No bones, no tools, no cave art. Just a genetic echo of a species we know nothing about. Beyond genetic enigmas, between 1916 and the 1930s, a terrifying, inexplicable epidemic, the living statue pandemic, swept across the globe. This devastating illness infected around 1 million people, primarily targeting the brain and trapping victims in profound, statue-like immobility. Despite their frozen appearance, the afflicted remained fully conscious and aware, tragically imprisoned within their own bodies. They were tragically unable to speak, move, or even blink, enduring a horrifying internal captivity for years. Over 500,000 people succumbed, while thousands of survivors were institutionalized, locked in frozen states for decades. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, the sleepy sickness, or encephalitis lethargica, simply vanished in the 1930s. The disturbing anomaly persists. Modern medicine, even today, has no understanding of what caused this affliction. Scientists meticulously studied preserved brain tissue from victims using advanced technology, yet found no virus, bacterium, or environmental toxin. Some theorize a bizarre autoimmune response from a common infection, but no official consensus has ever been reached. Its origin, spread, disappearance, and most terrifyingly, its potential reemergence, remain completely uncertain. Shifting gears entirely, human history and biology have long viewed life as a simple binary, either alive or dead. However, a groundbreaking review published in late 2024 proposed a terrifying and fascinating third state of existence. Scientists discovered that when organisms die, their cells don't just decay. Under specific conditions, they can spontaneously reorganize. Cells from deceased organisms can form entirely new, functional, multicellular life forms with capabilities they never possessed before. For instance, Dead frog embryo skin cells reassemble into microscopic xenobots that navigate using tiny hairs and manipulate materials. Beyond xenobots, human cells have also been observed reorganizing into anthrobots, capable of movement and even repairing nearby damaged tissue. This astonishing third state suggests that death might actually trigger cells to communicate, rewrite their own biological rules, and construct entirely new life forms. Scientists, however, still lack a complete understanding of the bioelectric signals that orchestrate this remarkable cellular transformation in deceased organisms. This profound revelation compels us to fundamentally reconsider and potentially redefine our very concept of what death truly entails. Our journey now takes us to another biological enigma, the Tully monster. In 1958, collector Francis Tully unearthed a 300-million-year-old creature in Illinois. Dubbed the Tully monster, this ancient find remains an absolute mystery to evolutionary biologists, who still have no idea what it is. It appears to be a biological anomaly, almost as if the creature was haphazardly assembled in the dark from various unrelated spare parts. Its soft, torpedo-shaped body featured fins reminiscent of a squid, with two eyes protruding from its head on rigid stalks. Most bizarrely, a long, stiff appendage extended from where its face should be, terminating in a toothy, claw-like mouth. Typically, paleontologists can categorize even the strangest fossils into a broad group like arthropods, but the Tully monster defies such classification. In 2016, a major study proposed it was a vertebrate related to jawless fish like lampreys, only for this to be disproven a year later. Despite over 1,000 perfectly preserved specimens, modern science cannot definitively agree on this animal's identity, its evolutionary origins, or its relation to any other life on Earth. Next, we encounter a true biological time traveler, a creature that challenges the universal rule of life's forward progression from birth to death. Floating in Earth's oceans is a tiny bell-shaped organism that has essentially mastered the art of respawning. This is the Turritopsis dohrnii, famously known as the immortal jellyfish. When facing severe stress, injury, or old age, it performs an extraordinary feat. When confronted with significant stress, physical harm, or the natural progression of aging, this jellyfish performs an astonishing act. It retracts its own tentacles, descends to the seabed, and reverts into a simple mass of cells. Its cells then engage in a unique process known as transdifferentiation. This allows a muscle cell, for instance, to transform into a nerve cell, or even a reproductive cell. The organism entirely reconstructs itself, effectively regressing to its earliest developmental form, a polyp. It undergoes a literal reversal of age, becoming an infant again to restart its life cycle. Genetically, it remains the identical individual. This makes it the sole animal species on Earth known to fully reverse its biological life cycle, capable of repeating this process endlessly, theoretically forever. Scientists are deeply investigating how it directs its cells to achieve such a feat. However, the precise genetic mechanism initiating this biological time travel remains an enigma. Moving to a different kind of mystery, we consider the cosmic phenomenon known as the space roar. Our common perception of outer space is often one of profound silence and emptiness. Yet, in 2006, NASA deployed a balloon-borne instrument named Arcade into the upper atmosphere. Its mission was to detect the faint residual heat from the Big Bang. Surprisingly, instead of a tranquil background, the instrument registered an overwhelming surge of radio static. Researchers promptly labeled this unexpected signal the space roar. This cosmic background radio signal registers an astonishing 6 times louder than the total radio emissions from all known galaxies, stars, and other sources across the universe. To this very day, astrophysicists remain completely baffled by its true origin, unable to pinpoint its source. Its signature doesn't align with primordial black holes, nor does it match the distribution of known galaxies. Furthermore, its intensity is too great to be attributed to atmospheric or cosmic dust. Our next enigma, the star in a jar. is a peculiar anomaly observed right here on Earth, within controlled laboratory environments. Through a phenomenon called sonoluminescence, scientists direct high-frequency sound waves into a liquid-filled flask. This action causes a minute gas bubble to form and then instantaneously implode. During this process, an astonishing event unfolds. A fleeting, intense burst of blue light appears as the bubble's internal temperature soars to approximately 20,000 Kelvin. This incredible heat is over 3 times hotter than the sun's surface, creating a minuscule sun-like inferno within a mere jar of water for a split second. Despite decades of dedicated research, physicists still lack a universally accepted explanation for this phenomenon, which largely remains an unsolved enigma. Some theories propose that the collapsing gas briefly enters a localized plasma state, yet the precise mechanism continues to perplex scientists. Our next cosmic mystery is the Eridanus supervoid. While charting the residual heat from the Big Bang, astronomers discovered an unusually cold, vast expanse in the Eridanus constellation. This immense region stretches for hundreds of millions of light years, ranking it among the largest known formations in the entire universe. According to standard cosmological models, temperature variations in the early cosmos should be relatively uniform, making such a massive and profound cold spot highly anomalous. Most scientists attribute this to an exceedingly rare, colossal optical illusion caused by aligned voids in space, but others suggest a far more unsettling possibility. Cosmologists, including Laura Mersini-Houghton, have theorized that this cold spot represents a cosmic bruise, a physical scar from the Big Bang itself. They propose it's the remnant of our nascent universe violently colliding with a neighboring parallel universe at its very inception. If this hypothesis holds true, it would provide the first concrete evidence that humanity exists within a vast and complex multiverse. Moving to medicine, terminal lucidity stands as one of the most chilling and inexplicable anomalies documented by modern science. This medical phenomenon describes patients with severe, irreversible brain damage who inexplicably regain full memory, personality, and mental clarity just days or hours before their death. It's most frequently observed in individuals suffering from advanced Alzheimer's disease, major strokes, or aggressive brain tumors, defying all neurological expectations. Such patients, who may have been nonverbal and unable to recognize loved ones for years, suddenly awaken, converse perfectly, recall memories, and bid their final farewells before passing away. This inexplicable recovery is neurologically impossible, as the brain tissue responsible for memories and speech is often severely damaged. The very physical structures needed for processing thoughts and forming sentences are frequently destroyed or decayed. Scientists propose that sudden surges of neurochemicals or electrical activity might occur in the brain during its final moments. The leading explanation is the network disconnection hypothesis, suggesting a critical shift in brain function. It posits that just before death, the brain experiences an intense, rapid rush of neurochemicals. Instead of relying on damaged areas, the brain uses its last energy to forge quick, temporary neural bridges. This final burst acts like a system reboot, activating dormant backup pathways. It enables individuals to regain awareness and share last words with loved ones before brain activity completely ceases. However, this remains merely a hypothesis. The definitive cause of this profound phenomenon is still unknown. Moving from the micro to the macro, we encounter the Buddhist void, considered by many the most unsettling place in the cosmos. Unlike a random scattering, galaxies typically cluster into vast formations known as the cosmic web. Yet, in 1981, astronomers discovered a colossal, nearly empty spherical region in the Boötes constellation, spanning 330 million light-years. A space this immense should contain thousands of galaxies based on average universal distribution. However, within the Boötes void, only about 60 galaxies have ever been identified. Its immense emptiness means that if our Milky Way resided there, humanity might never have known other galaxies existed. In 2021, an observatory in Utah picked up an extremely energetic cosmic ray, baffling scientists. This particle, later named Amaterasu, after a Japanese deity, registered an astonishing 240 exa-electron volts. Such immense power made it the second strongest cosmic ray ever detected, pushing the boundaries of known physics. However, its incredible energy wasn't the most perplexing aspect. Its origin proved even more mysterious. Scientists tracked the particle's path back through space, leading them to an unexpected destination. It originated from the local void, a vast, completely empty cosmic region situated right next to our Milky Way galaxy. This area lacks any active galaxies, supermassive black holes, or supernovae that could generate such an energetic particle. The mechanism for accelerating a particle to this magnitude within a cosmic dead zone remains entirely unknown to researchers. One leading hypothesis suggests it might have come from an active star-forming galaxy like M82, though this isn't confirmed. Shifting focus, scientists examine ancient tree rings to understand Earth's atmospheric history. In 2012, Japanese physicist Fusa Miyake discovered a startling abnormality in cedar tree rings dating back to 774 AD. She observed an enormous and unexplainable surge in carbon-14, an isotope formed by high-energy cosmic rays hitting our atmosphere. Whatever struck Earth in 774 AD unleashed an extraordinarily potent wave of radiation. Despite this, there are no historical accounts of a mass extinction, and the radiation's source remains a mystery. Furthermore, other similar Miyake events have been found in tree rings across history, appearing approximately every millennium. Recently, space telescopes detected what scientists termed little red dots, revealing impossibly massive early galaxies. Our established models for cosmic evolution suggest there simply wasn't enough time after the Big Bang for these galaxies to accumulate such immense mass so rapidly. One partial explanation suggests these galaxies might host incredibly aggressive, supermassive black holes. Their violent gas consumption could create the illusion of extra mass in starlight. However, this solution only exchanges one mystery for another. Astrophysicists now grapple with how these black holes grew so enormous so early in the universe's existence. Another possibility is that the intense light comes from exceptional periods of star formation. In the turbulent early cosmos, stars might have burst forth in brief, incredibly bright phases. Should a galaxy undergo such a powerful starburst, even a smaller one could appear dazzlingly luminous to our instruments. Yet, a definitive answer remains elusive. Moving to another cosmic enigma, in 2022, astronomers witnessed a colossal explosion billions of light years away, dubbed the Tasmanian Devil. Classified as a luminous fast blue optical transient, these events are exceedingly rare. But this particular dead star defied all expectations with its unprecedented behavior. Months after its initial brilliance faded, the star inexplicably exploded again. Then, astonishingly, it repeated this destructive act once more. Over 120 days, the Tasmanian Devil flared with supernova-level brightness 14 separate times. Each burst was as powerful as the original, though lasting only minutes. Everything we understand about stellar demise dictates a supernova is a singular, final event. A star detonates, leaving behind a neutron star or black hole, never to explode again. No known astrophysical mechanism allows a star to completely explode and then somehow regenerate supernova-strength blasts every few weeks. The leading theory proposes the initial explosion left behind an incredibly fast-spinning magnetar, or a voraciously feeding black hole. As remaining fragments of the star's outer shell fall inward, they collide with the massive energy spiraling off this core, triggering those violent, repetitive flashes. These cosmic puzzles remind us of the universe's boundless mysteries, challenging our understanding and continually pushing the frontiers of knowledge. What incredible discoveries await us next?